Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Derpy here, joined by my co-host, Mog Fire Ninja.
Yo. New tanks. Sergeant Slaughter, the T-54E2, looks decent with a 105mm 3-round autoloader. The Bretagne Panther, basically a French poodle at tier 6 with an additional 5mm of armor on the sides. New Merc contracts. The Plaguebringer, a taller and slower Hellcat, and the Centrifuge, a surprisingly decent tier 5.
Alright, let's get right to it into the bundles here. We have the personal offers, the Warlord Panther, Skoda T40, and the ISG 130. Warlord Panther is a pretty decent premium matchmaking tier 7. The Skoda T40, you'd probably have better chances with other, like the actual Skoda. And the ISG 130, I'm not a big fan of it, but some people tend to favor the DPM, so whatever. Alright, we got two deals of the week. We have the T-3485M and the Carnarvon Action 10. T-3485M is a better T-3485, more effective armor, and the Carnarvon Action 10 is actually worthwhile to get, only because you can get that reload down to 4.7 seconds, and it is a 20-pounder cannon. That means a lot, and I mean a lot of damage in a small amount of time. Alright, we're going to look at the Who Let the Cats Out bundle. All of these are cats except for the Luva. I'm not sure why they call that a cat. But you get a Luva, Panther 88, Hellcat 105, and the Citadel. Honestly, when I saw this bundle, I was expecting nothing but tigers, but the Citadel, you got one tiger, the Hellcat, which is pretty decent, especially with that 105, Panther 88, a premium matchmaking 8, and then the Luva, one of the OG tier 8s. The Scout Pack, we have the Rover 237 Vanguard and LT 432. It's a pretty good mixture of scouts. I wouldn't say this is the best. The Rover 237 is fun. There's still a lot of gimmicks to it, like if you go over 100 kilometers an hour, you can manage to get fire underneath your tank for some reason. It still has yet to be proven, but I have footage of such things. The Vanguard. Small skittery thing, always fun to drive around with that. And then the LT-432 is a fairly competitive tank, and you have to understand how to play it. Heavy chargers, we have the Minuteman 112 IS-5 and Samuel SM. The Minuteman is a tier 9 tier 7 with a lot of space armor. Very fun tank to play. The 112 for your premium matchmaking needs. IS-5, not fantastic, but at least you'll have another premium in the garage. The Samuel SM is pretty fun to play too, because if you can get that angled just right and you can shoot down onto people, you can effectively use armor on a French tank. Flank Masters, we have the Deathstalker M4A1 Revelarize and the Chieftain T95. This is a pretty decent set of tanks. I'd say the only two that are really worth it are the Revelarize and the Chieftain T95. The Deathstalker is just basically a tier 9 or a tier 8 M46 with the 90mm. It's a stock M46 basically. Red Bruisers, this is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. We have the Slayer SU-152, the Defender, and then the Guardian STG. The Slayer is a 152. It's got a very high damage cannon, especially if you penetrate. Very fun to play, especially with the extra camo rating. Definitely something to try. It's not for everybody, but if you're into the tank destroyer gameplay, you might like it. The Defender, a Russian bias machine in a very competitive tank, and the Guardian STG, which is kind of like a breath of fresh air for medium tanks on Russian lines, because not only does it have a 122, it's actually a pretty decently accurate 122.
Thank you for watching Wednesday Weeklies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and I will see you next time.